Hi, I'm Jim and I used to make YouTube videos, but what I want to do is draw, and I've been drawing a lot more recently, trying to build my skills. And I'm going to share some of that with you as I continue to learn. But today this video is going to be about this pencil and why I love it so much. It's the Kaweco SketchUp 5.6. So really, first of all, it's a really lovely looking pencil. This is the brass version. You can get it with a plastic body, but you don't get the weight, which I genuinely really like about this, and it doesn't look as fancy, which isn't as important but worth mentioning. It looks pretty darn fancy. So why do I love this pencil so much? So the story is this. I am used to using this pencil. This is a Kaweco. I've had this for I think over 15 years at this point. It is my favorite pencil. I love it so much I got a second one to put a different color lead in. It's a mechanical pencil. It's got a 0.5 lead in it, so that leads one to draw sort of quite tight, quite technical drawings, I guess, which is useful in a lot of circumstances, but does lead to a lot of tightness in drawing. And one of the things that I want to do is loosen up and be more expressive with my drawing. That's where the SketchUp comes in. It's got this absolutely ginormous nib. I mean, look at that thing. He's a chunky boy. It's literally 5.6 mil. Another great feature of this pencil is if you could unscrew this end, there's a sharpener in there, so you can sharpen up your pencil and then use the shavings for blending, and it's just like using graphite, like using charcoal, which is really cool. This is a sketchbook I've been using for life drawing. As I say, I'm not the greatest drafts person, I'm learning. But if I turn to the right page here, we will find just a sort of an example of the kind of tight drawing that I was doing. It all gets very precious, and such was the case on the evening in question when I drew this portrait. So I'd been concentrating on faces, as I'm not great at faces, as you can see. Oh, pretty bad drawing. Not very successful, but also I was aware of how sort of precious I was being, and reminded myself, you know, I want to loosen up, so go to the Kaweco. And the result was this. So as you can see, this is a much better drawing, so much more life in it, so much more expressive. I didn't know I could draw like that, to make something that loose, that expressive, that outside of what I consider to be my style, as it were. It didn't look like my usual drawings, and yet it still came from me, and it was completely led by, you know, one, the desire to be more loose and expressive, but also the pencil I was using. So this is one part a review of the Kaweco SketchUp. I love it. It's one of my new favorite pencils. If you are into pencils, definitely get it. But it's also a document of really what I've learned, and that is to really think about material a lot more. And if you're looking to break out of your own habits, maybe moving to a material that you're not so used to, that is, if anything, very different. So this pencil is as different from this pencil as it's capable to be. And that drastic change to what I was drawing with really affected the outcome and the output of my drawing, and really taught me a lot about how to draw. So I encourage you to do the same yourself. Also, if you get a Kaweco 5.6, I think you owe it to yourself to make it into a rocket, so that you can keep it on your shelf in a very just stupid way. I don't know, I do stupid things sometimes. It looked a bit like a rocket, so I made it into a rocket. I don't have to explain myself. Alright, see ya, bye.